Picture this. It's the 1600s, a time of powdered wigs, quills, and profound debates about everything under the sun. In the midst of it all, there is a man who's not just playing with numbers, but is about to roll the dice on a philosophical game that still sparks curiosity today. His name? Blaise Pascal. Born on June 19, 1623 in Clermont, France, Pascal was homeschooled by his father due to his devastating diagnosis of celiac disease, which put him through constant suffering all throughout his life. His father, being a tax collector and mathematician, taught Blaise Pascal and all his siblings mathematics at home, and Blaise did not hesitate to unveil his mastery in math and science. At the age of 17, he wrote an essay on conic sections based on synthetic projective geometry. From the ages of 19 to 21, he designed the first digital calculator, called the Pascaline, which he made to help out his dad with taxes. When he was 21, he invented the syringe, and when he was 30, he invented the Pascal triangle, a clever way to calculate exponents, combinations, and probabilities. Pascal loved probabilities. At the same time he was creating the triangle, he was also addicted to the legal drug of gambling. Growing up, Pascal was raised a Catholic, but never took too much priority in the matter. That was until one day when he was 31 years old, where he was riding in his carriage and the leather straps that were connecting the carriage and the horses broke, and the horses pulling him bolted. Unfortunately, the horses died. The carriage was left hanging over a bridge on a river. However, miraculously,
I'm fine.
Pascal was fine. Because of this near-death experience, Pascal began to rethink his original thoughts on religion and change his entire lifestyle. He ditched calculus and moved on to something even more complicated: philosophy. As a previous gambler turned to a devout Christian, Pascal tried to reason with others regarding whether they should believe that God exists. He called his main work used to convince people pensée, or often called Pascal's wager. In this book, he argues why everyone should believe in God. This argument is called the game theory.
So basically, Pascal's game theory is like a Punnett square, which we hopefully may have learned from biology. If not, that's okay. So basically, there's two wagers, two basic things. So basically, either God exists or God doesn't exist. And then you either believe or you don't believe. So if you believe and God exists, that means you spend eternity in heaven. If you believe and God doesn't exist, then nothing happens. So you're mid. If you don't believe and God does exist, eternal damnation. If you don't believe and God doesn't exist, nothing happens. So basically, there are two little statistical things going on. So basically, let's say you believe, okay? It is a 50% chance that you're going to spend eternity in heaven, but a 0% chance that you're going to spend eternity in hell. So it's pretty nice. And then, if you don't believe, it is a 50% chance that you're okay and nothing's going to happen to you, but it's also a 50% chance that you're going to spend eternity in hell. So this is 100% chance that nothing bad happens to you, and this is only a 50% chance. So with those odds, basically what Pascal is saying, that is much safer to just believe in God.
Pascal was one of the first philosopher thinkers to believe in the idea of what we now call pragmatism. Pragmatism is believing beliefs that work to your benefit rather than beliefs that are real. To make this more clear, it basically means that someone who's pragmatic would convince themselves that an idea is true for the sole purpose of getting something out of it. Pascal is one of the earliest examples of pragmatism, in which he convinces others to believe in God so that they will have a 0% chance of going to hell. Now, some may argue that this isn't true belief, and that believing in God for the sole purpose of not going to hell won't let them get into heaven. To counter this argument, Pascal claims that this is what faith is all about. And the way you can overcome this selfish obstacle is to fake it till you make it. In other words, in order to actually go to heaven, you must become a pious individual, from attending church every week to praying multiple times a day to abstaining from sinful temptations. When practicing these acts every day and making them habits, you will have then convinced yourself into the ideology of Christianity, and you will be rewarded with a ticket to heaven. In conclusion, pragmatism is the practice of believing something not necessarily because you are 100% sure it is true, but because it will inevitably benefit you in the end.